Welcome back to another episode of Sundays with Sam.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, you gotta adjust your mic, man. You gotta get good at this. Okay,
yeah.
good. I'm not adjusting it midway like last time. Okay, cool.
What? You didn't adjust it last time?
I did. Sammy, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, so good. How are you? Sorry if I seem a little less energetic. I had a shift this morning and I've just come back from the gym, so I'm like, night.
Yeah, at work we have a thing called a clearing. So thank you for clearing the air.
No worries.
Hopefully, we're pre-recording, but I think we'll get into like a nice weekly flow where the episodes are edited and 100%. We can recap on the week and sort of get a bit more involvement from people. But hopefully people have been enjoying the episode.
I know. I was like, I'm so excited for everyone. I just want feedback. I just want to see what everyone thinks.
100%. So I witnessed you bench 70 for 2.
Oh my God.
Definitely a third there. So good. I think like when we look back at your gym journey, you were struggling with 55. I was literally like, this girl is going to die. I'm going to witness death.
You know what? At least I grinded out every single rep. But I think yesterday was the first time you actually witnessed me not grinding out a rep when you spot me.
So poppy. It was great.
I loved it.
How'd you feel? What were you thinking during the moment? Because I actually really love asking this question to people.
Oh,
like,
really?
where does your mind go when you're like, okay, I'm about to fucking PR?
Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit airy-fairy. Like, I got nothing in my brain, everybody. Like, I was literally I'm pretty sure I was listening to like the Attack on Titan soundtrack. This is so cringe. I was listening to like Hanji's like death. Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, shit. I actually might bleep that out. That's kind of dog.
Anyways, there's this scene and it's like really emotional. Anyways, I had that shit playing and then I was like in the zone and then I had nothing in my brain and I was like, I should just do it because I've found that the last 2 or 3 weeks, Chris has actually programmed heavier benches and I've been really scared to do them because I'm like, I've like only done that weight for like a single before, but he's programmed them for triples and pauses and doubles. And so I got a little bit anxious, but I was like, I think last week I was kind of just like, fuck it, YOLO. Like, I'll just do it.
I think to add on to that, Chris is a W coach because
100%.
Mate, he knows how to bring you up when you're feeling down. I remember my knee injury, could not bodyweight squat, couldn't even squat for the life of me, couldn't even bend down to pick something up. And bro, like I don't know why I could deadlift.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was so weird. Yeah. Such a weird injury. Anyway, just sent deads and bench. And
he was
and you
PB'd for both, like really hard as well.
Yep, hit PBs in first month or 2 with him. So it's just like.
At SipYip, everyone.
Shout out Dark Horse Powerlifting.
Powerlifting. That's how you get it. I was the same. And I think the sole reason for me PBing for bench this block was because I injured my glute recently, so I haven't been squatting and deadlifting, for the last couple of weeks. I think I'd been injured for like 6-7 weeks. So I was in my bench era and
fucking you are in your bench era. Ride this wave, brother.
I am. You know what? Chris actually told me recently that he reckons I have bench leverages. He called me T-Rex Sammy, so
T-Rex Sammy.
I was like, thanks. But yeah, I actually do have bench leverages. I think I just never knew how to use them previously. So that's why my bench was fucking dog shit. And I was just weak. So
100%.
Yeah.
Mate, continuation of last week, we were hitting the apps on 1010 and I have an update. I'm no longer on that fucking app anymore. Dude, the amount of, firstly, yes, ego boost. Awesome.
Oh,
but
yeah, 100%.
Fuck me, there are so many bots on that app.
Wait. Last week when I was with Jaden, after we talked about 1010, I remember seeing like this one preview notification and it was like, I so horny, you better join me. I was literally like, I think you passed me your phone to look at something. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my fucking God. Dude, okay, so first thing that just I was literally so embarrassed about.
Yeah.
I went to a friend's recital the other day and a bit of network. Yeah, she was awesome. Shout out Sarah. Hopefully we get to interview her and chat shop.
Nice. Yeah.
But absolutely smashed it. Networked a bit with like her friends after. I say network, just connected because I was probably the only person there that like didn't know the other people as well because one of the friends that I knew had left. Fucking dog. Anyway, was saying hi to someone, like exchanged Instagrams and a fucking tan message popped up and it was like, hey baby, like I think you're so cute. I was literally like, brother.
Oh my God, that is top 10 worst things that could ever happen to me.
I swiped so quick. And you know when someone has grabbed the phone to start typing as well?
Yeah.
I still had my phone in my hand, and it was as I was passing it on, and then I quickly was like, swipe hand again. It was.
This is why I'm a D&D queen, because I can't be having no text messages exposing me like that. No. You need to start putting your phone on D&D, bro.
I just need to get off my phone, to be honest.
So valid.
Oh my God, and the amount of scams, like everyone just texts you straight after, what's your IG? And then they go straight to, I'm so horny, jump on a video call with me. And it's like, brother, you catch me when I'm vulnerable and it's game over. I'm whipping out my head.
Don't worry, I've been there. I think as a girl, like we've all been there. I think like.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I feel like guys will whip out their cock at any opportunity. Sorry, the conversation's just gone straight to this, but in terms of like sexting and shit.
Yeah, I just feel like girls can fall into it because like a lot of girls are vulnerable in the sense that they haven't healed a lot from their relationships and stuff like that. And so they're looking for guys and stuff like that. And the minute the guy like shows like the slightest bit of like minimal attention, you're like, oh yeah, and then the guy will be like, oh, show me your tits, and it's like, oh, it's like, oh, it's
really. I thought guys were more inclined to just be like, yeah, just get my cock out.
Don't get me wrong.
Like the amount of stories I've heard of chicks who say, yeah, just like whip my phone out and there was a cock on my screen.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me like multiple times, and it's like I'm talking like. Men have no fear. When I was in high school, I don't know if this is too exposing, but when I was in high school, there were people in my year level, in my class / in my like school that like we were close enough to. I would send streaks back when streaks was like a thing. I'm not joking.
Wait, actually, streaks, are they still a thing? Can anyone verify this? Like, I don't know if the younger
a very high streak with my best friend from high school.
Okay, cool. Just to confirm. Well, that's like from chatting, but you know when you would send like streaks and you'd have like an emoji or a dot, so they'd all come up in a list at the top, and you're just like, oh, streaks, haha, hoping my crush will reply, that sort of thing. Anyway, sorry. Streaks.
I think with the younger generation, it is Snapchat is such a big thing for them. Like everyone at the Scissor concert has Snapchat Premium. I was like, there's no way you're paying for this shit.
Okay. Anyway, off topic.
So they like, I would send a streak of like a black screen, like nothing, and tell me why I open my phone and someone's holding their fucking naked ball right in their hand like this. What the? I'm sorry. I remember being like 15 and just being so confused, and like I was like, what did I ask for this? Was this an accident? But then like as I turned like 15, 16, it was just a regular thing. I would send a fucking photo of like my forehead like zoomed in, and I would get a picture of a dick.
It's a time. I don't know how to explain it. I actually don't know how to explain it.
No.
Because I didn't go to that extent, but definitely it's kind of dangerous how accessible you can just flip your camera front or back and be in your bed and those thoughts are running through your head, and it's very dangerous. So fuck.
But it's like
just wild.
Open Pornhub. Don't send your fucking
it's
penis
fucked.
to me.
It's so fucked.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, like, can you hear how passionate I am about this? Never fucking again. Never again.
Never again.
Never again.
Never again.
Just meet up. Meet up in bed. Fuck, I'm actually going to lose this pen. I feel like I've dropped it 3 times.
Use dating apps just to meet up with people.
Don't use dating apps. Do not use dating apps.
Yeah, don't use dating apps. Just, you know what? Everyone should just be alone.
Dude, week 2. This is the 2nd week. It actually hasn't even been a week. And you've asked about 10 already. And I've just,
this is
shit.
it.
It's
I've deleted it.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I actually cannot do it. I have to meet someone organically.
That's so fair. And you know what? I think just like, my problem is I think I just get the ick so fucking And you know what? I give myself the ick. Have you ever given yourself the ick?
No, I'm sitting there trying to select photos to be on my profile, and I'm just like, whoa, I'm fucking ugly.
No, but that's not the ick. That's just like being insecure, right? Of it.
Yeah, true. I'm an insecure man.
Nah, you're actually very, very secure. But I just mean like, for example, on Thursday, I was on a walk with a friend. and my shoelace came undone, and like in the middle of the pathway I had to like bend over and like tie my shoelaces while everyone was like walking past, and that gave me the ick so bad. I was literally giving myself the ick. I wanted to vomit like doing that. I was like, I'd rather
just bent over in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That's
because
so
I was
annoying.
Trip.
Yeah, but
I
step
went to the side. I did.
Okay, good.
But people were like walking past me. I'm like, people are watching me tie my shoelace right now. That is so.
Hey, running with a backpack.
Oh my God. If you run for public transport, that's fucking icky already. If you run with a backpack.
Guilty
If you run with a backpack onto public transport, I cannot look at you or associate with you.
Oh, sorry, Sammy. We're going to have to call this fucking series off there. Dude, my bus line comes every half hour. So if I'm late for work, I'm late for work.
Catch an Uber.
No, I'm not. No, I'm fuck. What do you think I have made of money? We're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully we're striving for that. But I actually, dude, this is a whole can of worms. How do people just flick open the Uber app and elect to just Uber somewhere? Do you know what I mean? No, just
because I'm a passenger princess.
No, I don't get it. It's too expensive. I can't justify it.
I'm trying to get in a cute car because I'm a cute girl. I'm not trying to sit on a musty, dusty chair that hasn't been cleaned in fucking 5.5 years.
I can't justify it. I don't know.
But public transport stinks.
Just save the money. Fair of aid. Okay, don't.
Whoa.
We can't clip that. Okay. But it's Melbourne though. I feel like, everyone fair of aid.
Yeah, no, valid. Every single one of my friends, because I don't catch public transport often, I tap my Mikey on and everyone's like, why are you tapping your Mikey on? They're like, they just jump on. And I'm like, I bet you the one fucking time I don't tap on, some motherfucker in his fucking shades is going to come, show me your Mikey. Give me your Mikey. And I'll be like, what the fuck? How come my friends do this every fucking day to go to work? The one time I do it, I get caught.
Hey, touch wood, I've never encountered one in my life. Like literally touch wood. I'm going to get fined. We're going to catch up next week. And this is just I'm literally going to say I got fined. I can guarantee you.
10-10, now it's the Mikey fine.
I'm just manifesting my death here, man. Like,
don't do that.
Oh my God, it's crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what? We should talk about that time you nearly gave me the fucking warehouse.
I did give you the ick. I mean,
no, you know what? If I was in your position, it would have given me the ick. But because I was the one watching, I thought it was the fucking funniest thing in the whole entire world.
Okay, let's set the scene, Sammy. Let's go. Let's get into this. Well, you put this on the agenda, and you've literally said, "I want to talk about this." Talking about my fucking downfall here. Absolute shit.
But it was so funny. And
it's pretty fucking funny.
And you know what? I literally said to Jaden, all I want for my birthday is CCTV footage of this. Anyways, set the scene. We're at warehouse. Jaden and I spontaneously decided we wanted to get our ears pierced. Cool. And we got them done. Yup. Yeah, we did. And we looked good. And anyways, we went to the place and the piercer was talking us through it. And then I was like, yeah, fine. I deal with needles every day, so it's cool. Jaden was like, yeah, I haven't had a piercing in a while and I don't do well with needles, but I was fine both times. I got my other piercings, which he was. And so she was like, cool, no worries. So she did my piercings and then I got up and then it was Jaden's turn to get his piercings. And then he did it. And the whole time, we were going to Doncaster, he was joking about passing out for getting his piercings the whole freaking time. And I was like, oh, haha, whatever. And I was like, please don't do that. And then he got his piercing and he was fine. I was like, Jaden, are you going to pass out? He was a little bit red, but I think it was just blood flowing to his head because he was lying down. And then me and the piercer were like, you good? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. And then we just slowly got him up. And then it was fine. We were like, okay, let's sit here for a couple of minutes.
I will interject here. And I think I was panicking, but I was masking it as well.
Right, really?
On the bed. Because that shit hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
My pain tolerance is shit. I'm such a wuss. And for context as well, in the past, we would get jabs for holidays and everything.
Oh my God.
I'd go to I go to my mum's friend because she's a doctor and she has access to whatever vaccinations that we need to get done, and we were heading to Thailand. I remember, got the jab. I was literally I'm not looking at this at all.
How old were you, man?
I think I was 8.
Oh, okay.
8 to
fine,
12.
Yeah.
And
8 to 18.
8 to 18. Yeah, we'll just like ballpark it between the 8 to 22, I think. So get the jab. And do you remember the blue frog?
The blue
They're
frog.
like, ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
yeah.
Oh my God. So I sat on the desk on this high chair watching that blue frog go. Next minute, I'm on the floor.
What?
I've just passed out.
What do you mean?
I've just lights out it onto the floor.
Did you see it? Like the needle?
No. So I got up, walked over, sat at this office chair desk, was watching YouTube with like the family friends and everything. Next minute, I've just like fallen off the chair. And my mum is running over. She's like, my darling. No, my mum's not like that. She's like, what the fuck just happened?
Jaden, get the fuck up.
Jaden, get up, you little shit. Like, and I'm falling off, you know, those bar stools?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You've got like a concussion or something.
I actually reckon I have perma damage.
Oh yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, we can tell. No, but so that's like some context for my history with needles. The COVID vaccine, I was shitting bricks.
Were you not good?
No,
you were
I was fine.
fine.
I was fine. I got it, and I actually didn't get too many of the symptoms as well, which is fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, like a bit of a needle, hurt a little bit. I've had I think a bursitis in my ass before, so they've had to like drain out liquid.
Yeah.
So needles and I are just not friends. I don't think anyone particularly enjoys needles, but
I don't think you can enjoy it. It's just like whether or not you're okay with it.
Only one that I enjoy is dry needling because that's just fun. Have you had dry needling done before?
Yeah, it's such a weird sensation. Like when they like.
If you haven't done dry needling before, give it a go. Give it a go. Oh my God, you would just like figure out that these muscles exist and they tighten up. Anyway, yeah, that's context for my needle history. And
before we continue,
I think I went into the piercing studio knowing that, but I think, you know, this is a pretty common human behavior. You start joking about things when you're a bit nervous and whatnot. And that's like my outlet.
Like way of coping,
Yeah, my coping mechanism. I just start joking about it.
As is mine.
Yeah, literally, right? So it actually it brought me a lot of comfort. I was like, like it's actually fine. You know, the pain's okay.
Yeah.
It did hurt, but you know, I can lie here for a little bit and whatnot. And got up, exited warehouse.
We didn't exit warehouse.
No, like
we haven't even left yet.
The piercing room.
Oh yeah, we left the piercing room.
Yeah. Okay, you continue this shit, man.
You're unconscious for half of it, telling the story. Like you missed half of the story. we go to pay because obviously we haven't paid yet, and I've paid, tapped my phone, and then it's Jaden's turn, and Jaden's like opened his phone, and all of a sudden, I shit you not, this Brett just like on top of the counter. I was like, haha, Jaden, like get up. And then
so what did you thought I was taking the piss?
You were joking because you're like, oh, I don't feel good. It's like, oh, so funny, Jaden.
I think it matters a lot the environment that we were in. So we've exited Hair House Warehouse, and
the
I keep saying
room.
Hair House Warehouse, the piercing studio, and it's quite dark in there.
Yeah. Well, it's darker than it's just super, super light in Hair House.
Yeah. So walked out, the lights just engulfed my vision. I was literally like, oh my God, what is happening? And then I slowly I'm feeling it. I'm like, just ignore it. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna just tap the card, walk off. It's gonna be all good. And then I watched Sammy pay. I remember that bit. And then I go to pull out my phone. My hand's like shaking. I'm trembling. I'm like, Jaden, like just pay. Get this over and done with. You're not passing out. In the fucking store. And I go to tap and I think I've missed the machine. Or maybe I've like...
I think that's when you fell over. I think you went to tap and then you're like, well, I don't feel good. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, Jaden, get up. And I was like, stop messing around because you didn't respond. And then she goes, oh, shit, I think he has actually passed out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the piercer and I both like come side to side to Jaden, one on each side. We grab your arms and I say, hey, Jaden, like, how about we sit you back down on the seat because like you don't look good. This guy just turns to me. No words, glass-eyed. I was like, hello, anyone in there? And bro was just sweating. Like, so much sweat.
So much sweat.
Yeah, and you were in a jacket too. I
was wearing a jacket, but oh my God.
I was sweating so much.
I sweat so much. I've never sweat that much in my life. It was fucked.
And then I was like, Jaden, let's go. And I was like, bro, I know I go to the gym, but I'm not that strong. I can't fucking carry you back to the room.
Hey, I was cut down by then.
Yeah, but I'm still not that strong.
True, you only bench 70 hours. I guess exactly. I was 80. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then this guy just says nothing, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, okay, we'll just sit down in the middle of the store. Jaden is still unconscious at this point, and I've pissed myself. I'm literally cackling so loud in the store. I think Jaden comes to consciousness, and the first thing he hears is me cackling and echoing in his ear.
The sensation was Looney Tunes, you know, the ending,
the
closing circle. That was my vision at the counter. I shit you not, I literally lights out. Next minute I wake up, I'm sweating balls. I look up to my right and I see Sammy just pissing herself laughing. I was like, there's no way this has happened. There's no way. You can't make this shit up.
And Jenny goes, what happened? It was so quick. I was like, you passed out, bro.
How long was I out for?
I reckon a good minute.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a good minute. Like you were unconscious from like there to like when I was holding you up and then bringing you to the floor.
So unconscious from leaning onto the table, you guys picking me up and then sitting me down.
Sitting you down, yeah. And then you got free Tim Tams and water and like a free lollipop.
Don't disclose that. Sorry, Jules. I went off diet. Yeah.
I mean, they gave him macro-friendly
Brother, I ate that shit. I was being treated like a king. They came out with a towel. They came out with a glass of water.
Wet towel and everything.
Oh my God, I felt like I was in Thailand. I felt like I was at a resort. They were looking after me. It was great.
And then I was just laughing in his ear and I was like, bro, let's go pass down fucking Apple and see if they give us some free AirPods. I was like, yeah, let's go, bro. This is a business idea. You understand? This is a talent. Let's go. Bring it upstairs.
Fucking hell. So people ask me, why are you fine posting content and putting yourself out there? Brother, if that happens to you, I don't think you give a shit about anything else, really. Like, you fully passed out, people walking, looking at you, like, what, are you good?
The whole store was looking at him. Everyone was just walked past him and was like, why is he sitting on the floor?
I'm taking my temper tantrum.
I was literally laughing so hard. I don't think I could breathe half the time. And then I was like, I wanted to film it the whole time.
You should have.
All I wanted to do was pull out my phone and film it, but your fat ass was so heavy that I couldn't grab my phone because I was like, oh shit, I need to hold him and so he doesn't fall back and break his skull. But yeah, people are like, oh, were you worried? And I was like, no.
Bro, you're a nurse. Like, I don't think you'd be worried. I'm not gonna lie.
No, if I was genuinely worried about you, I'm sure I would have acted. But like, you know, I wasn't getting paid at the time. I was off duty, bro.
You would have the job.
I already barely get paid enough to do my job.
This is true.
Not doing it for free again. No, I'm kidding. I would have helped Jaden if he really needed it.
I think it would have been bad if I had passed out but fallen backwards.
Oh, it's okay. I'm a neuro nurse. I've had pen torches in my car. I would have just gone and grabbed one. I have a stethoscope in my bag right now.
Do you actually?
Yeah, because I need it for the emergency department, so I keep it in my work bag. And because every day when we assess kids, we have to listen to their chests and then like listen to their heart and stuff like that. So
100%.
$350 stethoscope that I bought at uni.
Oh God! At least you're putting it to use.
Yeah, I know. I was literally like, thank God.
What are the movements now? I don't know where to go from here. But I don't know where to go from here. Thanks for putting me on the spotlight. That was like 20 minutes of the most embarrassing story ever.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just thought that was hilarious. I'm sure you'll come up. You'll have to dig some dirt on me. You have to get ammo because like I just feel like that was just one of my favorite things that ever happened to me. I was like, that was so funny. And I was like, if I was in Jaden's position, like you're strong because I would not have gotten up. I would have literally deleted myself off the That would have given me the ick so bad. I would have icked myself out that I would vomit.
Bruh. Okay. Okay, fuck. Like,
No.
let's settle down a little bit, okay?
That's just me, because like, as I was saying, like, I get the ick so easily, right? And like, if I ever like, I'm like so mentally unwell, but when I like say I have feelings for someone and I want to lose feelings for them, do you know what I do?
What do you do?
I imagine them like parachuting from the sky, and it
Wait, that's crazy.
completely puts me off, because respectfully, as a man, why are you dangling from the air like this with your feet fucking hanging?
While someone straddles you as well.
What the hell? Like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean?
Wait, that is insane. To give yourself the ick, you imagine someone parachuting.
And do you know where that ick stemmed from?
Where?
My friend at my house, shout out Shreya, told me that she had a dream about. So we loved One Direction, and she told me that one time in Year 10 she had a dream that Zayn parachuted down to like confess his love for her. And I was like, I was obviously like 21 when she told me this, because we didn't meet till later, but I was like, oh my God. And then I just imagined someone parachuting down to tell me that they were in love with me, and I was like, I don't even know if I could respond. I would just turn around.
So is parachuting on your bucket list? Like, would you ever want to parachute?
Like skydive?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like...
You're not paying for the footage after or anything? You don't
Yeah,
want
I
to see
can't
that.
be seen like that. I'd give myself the ick. I'd be like, good Lord. Like, I just feel like anything that makes you slightly look unco just makes me feel very icky. It's like when, you know when guys propose and they're on their knees, and then when they get up, they have to do like this whack movement to get the end. Don't do that. Tell me to turn around if you're going to get up after you propose.
Do your lunges, everybody.
Your lunges,
yeah,
literally,
the main
because
takeaway.
like it's just so awkward, and I'm like, ugh. Or people like, this is not an ick. This is just a general like, why do you do that? When people smell, like,
oh yeah, let's talk. Oh my God. Oh,
should we talk about
your supermarket experience? Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then should we talk about like people at the gym? I feel like that's just, I don't know.
That is outrageous.
Yeah. No, I recently went to LD like 2 weeks ago, and I walked into the store. Why was I greeted with the most offensive smell at the front of the store? I was like, oh, like someone has either just gone to the gym or just like stinks. Anyways, I've gone into the store. In the first aisle, there's no one in the aisle except for me. This person's BO was so bad that he has left digital footprint of his stench in this aisle that he's not even in. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like walking through the aisle, like holding my breath. I like think I improved my aerobic capacity in that shop like by 10.
Are you sure something hadn't died? Like under
I thought something had died until I walked past the culprit.
The man. I think it's men though. I've never smelt a poor smelling lady.
It's
in
more
the least
likely,
like in the least like I don't go around sniffing shit.
Yeah,
but
like
I mean?
more commonly in men. Like most of the time when someone smells, it's a man.
Where is your self-awareness?
No, like, do you smell yourself?
Yeah, I actually don't know. The genuine question, like, do you smell yourself?
Yeah, I do all the time. And when I smell the slightest bit like off, I literally get really self-conscious about it. But people are like, I can't smell you. But it must just be a thing that like if you're aware of it, you are very hyper aware of it.
I think for me, my grandparents live in the back unit with me, and this upstairs area got the office and this podcast studio as well. Very grateful, as I always say. My grandma's littered mothballs everywhere, so I'd walk out of the house and be like, "What the fuck?" Like, I get the idea of mothballs and that sort of shit, but yeah, that shit smells a bit
rank,
a bit stanky. So I try and wear not the best outfit when I'm just working. Yeah, obviously got to style up for the podcast, but and I think I'm trying to just like set off diffusers and stuff and just waft the air to make it seem a little bit better. But I think it's an Asian thing or it's an ethnic thing as well, because I guess like Asians, we cook with like a lot of oils, fats, like garlic is a massive thing, cloves, not cloves, sorry, what other garnishes? I actually don't even know.
Like herbs? Is that what you meant?
Just herbs and herbs and stuff and things that are quite potent as well. Like
because that's the stuff that's like got the best flavor, right? 100%. If your food doesn't like smell like that, it's like your food is shit or it's not unseasoned and it's like no one wants to eat that.
Literally. Because I think grandma cooked up a batch of like XO sauce. Fuck, it smelled so good.
I love XO sauce. It
smelled so good,
bro.
but I'm literally like, dude, that
unlocked a memory.
Yeah, literally. It smelled so good.
Yeah.
But also very strong and potent as well. So of course. I don't know, smell, Are you you're a fragrance snob, aren't you? You're like whole goddamn,
I am a fragrance snob and it's actually really like bad because I'm not rich enough to be a fragrance snob.
Slippery slope, but so are a lot of hobbies as well.
Oh, 100%. Like, I guess fragrance is probably the one like materialistic thing that I'm very willing to spend money on. Like, I don't buy designer shoes or designer clothes or anything like that. It's just like perfumes and like niche perfumes and stuff like that. But otherwise, like I spend my money just on like food and gym, but like perfumes is like where I splurge a little bit, and that's probably why like I'm so hyper aware of people who smell because I love to smell good. So I'm not asking you to smell like
Dior Sauvage.
I'm asking you not to smell like Dior Sauvage, by the way. If I go on a date with you and you're wearing Dior Sauvage, I'm literally leaving because I should bin juice. Anyways, I'm not asking you to smell like Baccarat fucking Rouge 540 every single day or anything like that.
What the heck? Okay.
Sorry, the girlies know.
The girlies know.
But I'm just asking you to have a shower and wear some deodorant. Do you know what I mean?
Legit.
Like that guy, I could tell he wasn't coming from the gym. He would just walk in the street smelling like that because I walked past him after and I could tell it was him because I think I nearly started tearing up because it was singeing my nose so badly. And you know what? His girlfriend was standing next to him. No words, acted like bro smelled like daisies. And I think that's like actually a thing when people are in love, they're so oblivious to like
the scent. No, that's a thing.
Yeah.
100%.
But then like it makes so much sense because then you think about people who are in like really abusive relationships or like in really toxic relationships and they can't see it, but
they're infatuated by the scent.
Yeah. Wow. And it's like everyone's like everyone else around you is like, brother, how can you not see
You're getting beat at night.
Yeah, every single but he still loves me. He still loves me.
Oh my God.
He beat me and only me. He chose me.
Oh,
but then it's like, no. But like this guy is like, he smelled so bad, but his girlfriend, and like all due respect to like their relationship, like you have to love someone a lot to get past that smell. Oh my God. I was like, if someone smelled like that, if my friend smelled like that, I would be having words.
What are you doing in that situation? Are you sitting them down, intervention, hey mate, like you fucking smell?
Yeah. I'll tell people if they smell. When people ask me, do I smell? I'm not being nice. I'm going to tell you, you fucking stink.
And I think it's important to note that you are a nurse and you smell shit every day.
Oh, yeah.
Like you smell human feces.
Like actual poo and pee and vomit. And I get it on me as well. And like it's...
So your nose is so hypersensitive as well. Like how do you, what the hell? Like I could not imagine how stimulated you would be.
Very stimulating. And like when I was on the gastro ward, I could actually differentiate between different like infections in poos. Like I could tell when a poo was infected.
What the fuck?
Is that TMI?
No, that's like, I mean, it's a bit odd, but
it's a niche talent.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the ED doctor was like, how do you even know? He's like, what do you mean?
You're like, put them out. Let me just get a waft.
It's got a top note of norovirus and a base note of
What the fuck?
And he was just impressed. He was like, wow, like I didn't know people could do that. And I was like, me neither till I started working here. Which like it's so like I don't know, I feel like if you ever pick to be a nurse you just have to be like the strongest warrior ever because you do like 800 hours of like free labor basically. And like when I was on my second last placement I got poo on my bare hands and skin and freshly washed scrubs because I didn't double glove. Yeah, it was me on like and I'm pretty sure that shift I got fined because I parked like in a no standing zone and I didn't even know. That was a
pretty shit shift.
Yeah. Haha. That was so awkward. I got that so late. I was like, yeah, it was a shit shift. Sorry. As I said, I've been awake since 5.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, I literally like was helping this old man like clean up. And I was disposing of the poo. And then I was like, oh, I've got some poo on my hands. Like to clean this person, like I'm just going to change gloves so that it's clean and he can stay clean. And so I decided to take these gloves off, and because the poop was fresh, stinking hot, it made my gloves suction onto my hands because of the heat. And there was like obviously poop all over these gloves, and I have tried to take them off because the way you take gloves off, like when you have stuff on, is like you take them off like here and like
you
peel
reverse
them off,
it, right?
it, and then like take the other ones off and you sort of wrap them up. So I tried doing that, and because of how much the gloves had suctioned onto my hands, they snapped and poo went on my chin and on my hands, all over my hands because the gloves are broken. So just poo all over my hands, on my arm and my freshly washed scrubs. And I couldn't even sit there and cry about it because I had to help the patient. The patient was sitting there naked with poo everywhere. So I had to go back and just clean the patient, and I was doing this all by myself. I could have asked for help, but I was like, nah, I got it. Don't worry, I'm 3rd year student. I can do shit by myself. Yep, I did shit by myself. That is definitely what I did.
What in the fuck is this?
Yeah, and like I wasn't getting paid for that. Oh my God. I just thought, wow, being a nurse is not for the weak.
No. I get like nauseous thinking of that.
Yeah.
I have such a weak stomach, and I think it ties in with like the needles and all that sort of shit. Like I don't so like, much respect for whatever you do. Yeah. I mean, well, not whatever you do, like fucking help people and save lives and whatnot. But fuck. Dude. Not cool.
No, it's not cool. But
not
like,
cool at all.
You know what? Like I think the first year of nursing is always like out of your degree is always actually like harder than the rest of the years of nursing, because now that I'm not a grad, I feel like after I stopped being a grad, I started to enjoy my work a little bit more. It's still the hours are really crappy, and like because like shift work is always crappy, and like you're still not getting paid great for nursing. Like we are fighting for
pay rise
though.
So you should
get
around it. How can people get involved actually?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think it's just like you just have to follow the ANMF, which is the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation, like which is like our union. And then just sort of like pitch to them, and like somehow we just have to get it towards the government because it's those people who are deciding what we're getting paid. And they don't think that we should get paid penalty rates on that shift. So, you know, I know, live, love, laugh. But hopefully it does get better.
Isn't it fucked, our priorities as a society as well, in terms of who gets remunerated, who gets rewarded? I was having a chat to a friend today and they're studying law.
Yeah.
And they might go into IB as well.
Okay.
Like as an intern.
Yeah.
And they were just talking about how they're doing they got coffee with the management team and everything, and they were saying, you know, like really keen to have you on the team. That camera's just gone off.
Nice.
So we've just lost our double angle, but that's all good. So the team was just saying like, oh, like we're really keen to have you on board. Like congrats on the internship. Just letting you know with the hours that if we go past 2, like feel free to 2 a.m. by the way. Feel free to leave by 11 p.m. And then it's like, oh, great. Thank you so much. Like 9 till 11 p.m. That's awesome. Monday to Friday, and probably like still working on the weekends as well. And then you have people on OnlyFans selling their toe pics, which I'm not hating on OnlyFans as well. I'm literally saying like we should hate the game and not the player.
Yeah, we should hate the consumers because why are you spending that much money on like
bathwater?
Yeah. Like what the hell?
100%.
But like, don't get me wrong. If someone wants to buy pictures of my feet, I'm gonna do it because
is that like? Does that ever go through your head? Like, are you?
Yeah.
Do you consider starting OnlyFans as a woman?
So I'll tell you a funny story. While we did like a powerlifting camp in Tassie when we competed last year in November, Jess, Chris and I decided to just do something funny and we like made a foot fans. And then we were selling pictures of like Chris's feet. I was like chasing him around the house. Chris, show me your feet. And I was like, take your socks off. And then I was like taking angles of like different angles.
What's the setup process like?
It's kind of a scam. You have to pay.
Oh.
We paid like $3 for like a business thing.
Yep.
And then like people will just like follow or ask you to do things for like money and whatever. We made zero money. We're actually in debt minus $3. Thanks a lot for fans. Sold me a lie. And I was like, damn, like sometimes I'm just like, I get paid like $36 an hour to save people's lives, make decisions that are like could change someone's life. And like administer medications and like calculate all these things and like do all these observations and assessments. And it's like a lot of people depend on me and like including the patient. Whereas like I could just sell pictures of my feet and earn 20 times what I earn now just for lol, look at my toes.
Literally. And to put that into other contexts, because obviously OnlyFans is like quite extreme. I think the influencer scene is quite concerning as well. The amount of money that corporations are forking out to have usage rights, have this influencer create content for them. It's just crazy the amount of money that's being thrown around.
Think about it in like, no hate to like people who do this because like, I mean, get your bag up, but like even like people who are lollipop people and just do like the stuff, like some people are getting like upper end of $100 an hour doing that job, no degree, nothing. You just do like this 1-day course or something and like they pay for that course as well. And it's like, I feel like, why have I gone to uni for 3 years and done all this free placement and I'm actually like having to use my brain, no offense, but you're just communicating through a walkie-talkie and you're flipping a sign. I like get paid so much less than you. And I'm like, if they're getting paid that much, we should be getting paid on the upper end. Like it's fine if they get paid that much, but like it's disrespectful to like say that we don't get paid as much. And they're getting paid more than like doctors would get paid an hour, like the ones that are like on their residencies and like registrars and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's just insane to me. Like why is it that these people like, why are we getting disrespected in healthcare and like we're the ones helping people but no one's helping us? Like how make it make sense? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like, it's just, I think it's ridiculous. But and like, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's just the game's the game, right?
I know, it's kind of fucked though. It's actually, it's really, really upsetting. And obviously I'm on the entrepreneurial side. So you try and look for outlets where you can like scale where possible and everything.
Of course.
Then I think just being exposed to that industry, you're just a bit like, what the hell is happening? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a world.
It's a different world. And I like warn anybody who before starting a healthcare degree, going into healthcare, it doesn't matter what type of health you do. Like it could be physio, OT, any allied health, including nursing and then medicine and all that stuff. You are not going to get paid as much as people sell it out to be. And I think people are being lied to because every single time I'm at work or like someone asks me, they're like, because I'll say, oh, I'm like on night shift or I'm in the middle of my night shifts. They'll be like, oh, but you must be getting paid really, really well for that though. And I look at them and I'm like, I don't know who's told you that bullshit, but like I get paid the same amount of money at night as I do during the day. There are no penalty rates for night shift for which research has shown that actually shortens your life by heaps of years. And like it's so dangerous to just drive home after a night shift, especially when you just switched. And it's like, no, I get paid the same amount of money and people are shocked by it. And I'm like, how do people not know this? Like, is this why no one's in uproar that, like, we're not getting paid enough money? Because people are like, oh, you do night shifts, like, you get paid more money. And it's like, we get paid a $90 loading for one night shift. That is like an extra $4 an hour. What the hell is that? Like, and it gets taxed anyway. So it's like, what am I even doing here?
It's probably, the lack of education surrounding it as well, because I have fucking no clue as well, and no one brings light to these sorts of things, and that's why politics is such like a massive thing. Like, it's 100%. Actually crazy how many things get swept under the carpet there that no one really knows about, and I guess it's like our job to educate ourselves and make sure that we support people who are being fucked over by the game, because the game it's not a fair game.
It definitely is, but I just think like, it's silly that we have to educate ourselves, because it's something that, like, I just think should be made public knowledge. And it's like, you're right, it just gets swept under the carpet. And I think it's very prevalent with today's problems with, you know, all the war and stuff that's going on. I feel like a lot of things are getting swept under the carpet, and like it is upon a lot of people to just do self-education, because no one actually tells us why it's happening or what has happened. And it leaves a lot of people questioning. Like, I've heard people at work just be like, oh, I don't get it. Like, I don't know why this is happening. And it's like, they should know, like, all we see is the war, but why is it happening? Like, why is this violence happening, and what has happened, and like the history of it? But I think it is, again, just stuff that gets swept under the carpet, and people just like, they're trying to sell us something that, you know,
it's like propaganda, hey?
Propaganda, yeah.
So do you think it's our responsibility to self-educate, or do you think, like, where should the education come from?
I don't even know. School? I feel like if I stopped learning about Pythagoras and, like, just learnt a little bit more about the system, I'd probably not have picked nursing.
Yeah, definitely.
If I'd known how much they actually got paid, because I love nursing and I love what I do and I love helping people, but for how much I give, I don't get much back. And it's like, it's rewarding, but I also have to feed myself and eat and
put food on
pay
the table,
rent.
yeah,
And like 100%. Put a roof over my head. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, at what cost am I doing this job for?
What a sour note to end the podcast. Can we not end on that?
Sorry. Okay, well, we should.
But that's it as well. It's like ignorance. So just turning a blind eye to it. But yeah, we'd love to move on. Thanks.
Okay, you can pick the last topic because I've talked too long for this one.
Oh, no. I've been struggling. I normally bounce off you.
Oh.
Actually, what I've noticed as well is I'm struggling a lot to own the spotlight, I think.
Yeah, I was like, you need to talk more.
I think and I noticed it a lot last night when I caught up with friends that I hadn't seen for a while. They used to work at a retail space that I worked at, and then we all caught up. Everyone's on different trajectories and pathways, which is so exciting. And I think you do your rounds and you talk about things. And I'm quite active on social media and I post quite a lot. So people are obviously curious about what I get up to, but they're also quite up to date, if that makes sense.
So like everyone's kind of like, oh yeah, we knew that's what you were doing.
It's this weird paradox where you obviously ask the question, oh, like, what are you up to? And I think I struggle so much in articulating what exactly it is that I do, or how to go about that. But then I also notice in some situations where, and this isn't because of the friends or anything, but because you're not able to articulate yourself well enough, sometimes someone's just going to like sweep in and take the opportunity and then turn the conversation onto themselves, which is just like, oh, like.
Jaden says that because I do that
you're
all
in the
the
room
time.
No, but it's this dilemma that I'm feeling that I don't properly know how to not necessarily articulate myself, but I think I shy away a lot from the spotlight, and it's something that I'm trying to work on. So maybe I'm like setting myself a goal to improve on that, understand exactly what it is that I do, how to talk about myself a bit more. And just own the floor a bit more.
I think we should do a series at the end of each of our podcasts where we like set a goal for the week, just so that like by the next episode we can talk about the goal and like, have we reached it? Have we not? And like, why did we not? And how can we get there? Yeah. I was like, we should just set like a little goal for at the end of every single episode, and then we can talk about it and like
reflect on it.
Yeah.
I love it. So my goal this week is when I catch up with people, just being able to understand what exactly it is that I do. And I think just be a bit more reflective. So when I do catch up with that person, I know exactly what I've done for that week or that month, what kind of shoots I've been up to, and how grateful I am for the opportunity as well. I think, just sometimes I just lose track of it because so much is happening that I don't get to reflect back and be like, oh, okay, this week has actually been really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And this is why, or this whole 6-month block of my life in 2024 has been so incredible.
Yeah.
So many steps taken in the right direction, I feel.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, that's a really wholesome one. I don't really have like
What's your goal?
What's my goal? I think my goal for next week is to, one, continue to bench PB because I'm on a roll here and I'm trying to cook, and I think Chris is helping me cook right now. So that's my first goal. And my second, like, more sort of like timely goal, I guess, is like, while I'm at work next week, try and take as many opportunities as I can to like learn and like sort of speak up when I want to do something, just because like I feel like sometimes like I'm very aware that if I just ask and if I just say something, someone's just gonna like be like, okay, yeah, cool, let's go through it, like let's learn. But today I called the educator and was like, hey, like I want to learn this. Like, are you happy to come do it with me? And she was like, yeah, totally. And like we talked it through, and I was like, she was like, have you watched one? I was like, yeah, I've watched one. And then like went through it a little bit, and then I was like, but I'm not entirely comfortable. Like, can we just run through it one more time before we actually do the skill? And she was like, yeah, totally. And she like talked me through it and like gave me all like the theory and stuff like that. And then after, I was asking her if she could help me with learning how to use the anesthetic T-piece airway thing, which is just something that we use in emergencies if someone loses their airway. And it's just a useful skill to have when doing this skill, because if the southest thing goes south, that's how you deal with it, right? So I was like, I need to learn how to do this as well, because I've never done it before, and I do this skill often, like I assist, and if I'm in the situation where I need to know what to do, like it's good. And she was like, yeah, perfect, like let's go. She grabbed like a dummy and like was like, this is what we would do, this is how you do it, this is why we do it. And I just thought it was so useful, and I was like, I feel like I need to take more opportunities like that, because I find that I like enjoy what I do more the more I learn and the more I can teach. Because if someone were to ask me, hey, can you then teach me how to do the skill or teach me how to do that, I'll be like, yeah, like it makes me excited that I can like then pass on that knowledge.
Yeah. As humans, we want to feel useful. So the idea of being able to teach and pass on your knowledge, I think, gives you a lot of satisfaction. And for the longest time, I've always been passionate about finding your passion as well. And yes, there's the idea of doing so many things and trialing and doing that sort of stuff. That's the first step, obviously, but it's also to hone in and master your craft as well.
Yeah.
So I've done 140 odd episodes of podcasting. So that's a lot of conversations. That's a lot of editing, a lot of learning, understanding, buying equipment, investing into it, lots of hours of just honing in on that skill. So now it's at a point where I'm obviously not the best at it, but I enjoy doing it because I understand and I'm capable and confident. And I think that's 100%. All we want to feel, like capable 100%. And confident. So yeah.
And it's like, as long as you enjoy it, I feel like that's just like, that's the best part of it, right? Like you get joy out of doing it, and it's like, yeah, like this is cool. Like I understand why I do it, and I understand how everything works. And if someone ever asks you a question, because like I know myself, I've asked you in the past about like podcasts and like, you know, what to do. And I'm lucky enough today to be joined here with you and just do it with you instead of having to do it by myself. And like, you know, I get to learn that sort of stuff, and like it's cool, like seeing, especially learning from someone who's passionate about something. When I learn from a really good teacher, they're usually really passionate about what they're teaching, and that makes me really happy, because I'm like, I can tell they're so happy teaching me right now, and I feel like I'm not annoying them or wasting their time or anything, because they really, really want to teach.
100%. Become your go-to person in your niche as well. That's something that Anthony, one of my friends, harps on about all the time. Like become so good, I guess, like, that's not his quote, but become so good they can't ignore you, that sort of thing. And I guess on a personal note, it's just like people reaching out, hey, like I'd love for you to come and record some content. A recent, like an upcoming powerlifting meet or a Pilates instructor reach out to me today, and they're like, I love the way that you piece together your videos. Like I'd love for you to I'd love for you to edit for me. That
Bro,
sort of
that's
stuff.
a dub.
Literally. So like super grateful. And I think, just the more you hone in on your craft and practice and become passionate about something
100%,
is so important. So to summarize, your goal is to ask more questions essentially and try and grasp. And bench people. Yes, literally. Mine is to own the spotlight a bit more and take more pride in being happy with like where I'm going in life. And I think because I've just been so down on confidence, but it's all good.
Jaden.
I know, getting
Sorry, and
vulnerable.
then I just shut all over you today.
Nah, it's all good. It's fucking funny as. I think it's good. I love this ending. I think it's great. So we want to hear your goals as well.
Yeah, everyone's sending your goals. It can be anonymous. Like we don't have to like
disclose them or anything.
Disclose anyone's names. You can write if you want to be anonymous or not, or if you enter this with a different name, we won't say a name. And we can read them out and we can dissect them. But I feel like we should come up with a question of the week every single week. Yeah. But I think it'll be on our stories, and then I think you should have one and I should have one. And then we can read a couple of like the best ones we think.
I think it'll be good. Get the community involved as 100%, well.
100%. Like we want to invite as many of you guys as possible. Like both of us love yapping.
Yep. One more than the other. No, jokes. We both do. I think I've discovered that I've really enjoyed being able to listen and then ask really good questions. Like, I don't know. I take pride in that. You don't listen. You just go to gym or you go to nursing or you go to. No, I'm joking. I appreciate your time, Sammy, as always. Be sure to chuck Sammy a follow. Be sure to chuck me a follow. And we'll catch you next Sunday, 8 a.m.
Peace.